to govern.
When you say the president lacks the mental capacity and intelligence to govern, you know what our constitution says? You're a lawyer.
Yeah.
And it talks about this exactly, that if the person who is at the helm of affairs is incapacitated to that level, he will not even rule. So aren't you bordering on a very slippery slope here when you suggest that he lacks the capacity? Because he's there performing his work.
The Constitution doesn't say that he will not even rule. It says that he must not be allowed to rule. It is a ground for the removal from office of the president under Article 69.
Are you saying that Kufuor is mentally unfit to be leader?
Exactly. But my brother, if you have a president who cannot write a simple message of condolence, tell me.
You're talking about Queen Elizabeth.
Exactly. And we all saw him at the UK High Commission signing the book of condolence that has been opened in memory of the late Queen Elizabeth II. And the president could not put his thoughts together to write a simple 1 paragraph or 2 paragraph or maximum 3 paragraph message of condolence in memory of the Queen.
And on the back of that,
he had to copiously copy from notes that have been prepared for him by his handlers. Clearly, this is not a president who has what it takes to govern this country. The country is on autopilot because the president lacks that mental fortitude to govern, and that is what has played out few days ago. I mean, at the UK High Commission, you don't need any more evidence to come to the conclusion that we are being governed by a bunch of people who are totally clueless, they are incompetent, they don't have what it takes to govern, and that is why they keep on shifting responsibility for their own failings. When they took over the reins of government, this was not the state of our country. We are not just making up tags for tagging's sake. We are describing them by who they are. If you have a president who has demonstrated, even in recent time, that he lacks the mental capacity, the mental intelligence to govern.
When you say the president lacks the mental capacity and intelligence to govern, you know what our constitution says? You're a lawyer.
Yeah.
And it talks about this exactly, that if the person who is at the helm of affairs is incapacitated to that level, he will not even rule. So aren't you bordering on a very slippery slope here when you suggest that he lacks the capacity? Because he's there performing his work.
The Constitution doesn't say that he will not even rule. It says that he must not be allowed to rule. It is a ground for the removal from office of the president under Article 69.
Are you saying that Kufuor is mentally unfit to be leader?
Exactly. But my brother, if you have a president who cannot write a simple message of condolence, tell me.
You're talking about Queen Elizabeth.
Exactly. We all saw him at the UK High Commission signing the book of condolence that has been opened in memory of the late Queen Elizabeth II. And the president could not put his thoughts together to write a simple 1 paragraph or 2 paragraph or maximum 3 paragraph message of condolence in memory of the Queen.
And on the back of that,
he had to copiously copy from notes that have been prepared for him by his handlers. Clearly, this is not a president who has what it takes to govern this country. The country is on autopilot because the president lacks that mental fortitude to govern, and that is what has played out few days ago. I mean, at the UK High Commission, you don't need any.
Abusiafo any ahwefo yemamo achen yemamo ha emamajo ediba Solid TV Ghana. Ye production no edi free Ghana internet aho de soronko. Baabia obia no ye de content ne ebro medin ede Shaibu Lasisi. Kwajo amankwa Foxy atranse aso na Austin Berman so atranse na ene enkomo bebiri ewufi a ye behwe ne yedi hu enkomo. Na die atranse ene se enche bia anarehosem esi ewo Ghana Asante Mantem owura bia ye fe no Andrews Kwame amankwa nipa bonefo bi ekobo ni tuo na asem si ekohwe nipa ko na kese eye Sammy Gyamfi a oye gold board penimpa dase na yehu de 1 week ni eye na otwe mo kata over the weekend ya na Sammy Gyamfi eye nase eye fe na aye ni mu ensema epiepie wo mu aye no mu niema yehu ye enipa omobo twi ekọ breman ana Ghana for ebusa se even the late Professor John Ivata Thomas that what take as Ghana man penny, the former vice president, the late Amisata, any the former first lady Mama Teresa Kufuor say Sammy Gyamfi just make us a CEO at the gold board and near ma a course so a way ye na se and now feel so a nipa or mobile from the NPP for in opposition on person Sammy Gyamfi any marshal no omu nyina e ba bi na e dia na aka obi ma ensem we aba be fan ho e ka bibi a kire wo a wo hwe me so ye party communicator so ye party food soldier wo ye party ni a wo so de afa phone na de si na wudi mpanifo atema na ase bia wo ko de ama party na at the end of the day no NPP food soldiers do what say NDC food soldiers do what say ana omotum ko aye na say ba bia hu niam bi o social media say no kuro say Sammy Gyamfi ko allege it allege Sammy Gyamfi ka so our number bi on fama NDC food soldiers say no kuro na ya busa say politicians no so omo ba ban mu a omo Ghanaians interest anase eye omo interest ana na Sammy Gyamfi na oye sa ye wesi no say owo position ana NPP ni bi koye sa ye we ya ankan semmai ana Sammy Gyamfi ebeka na ya hwe NPP ni NDC and trick is ya to position a omo ka che Ghana for titru omo chidi for omo nya power no ma building new friends we afo breaka wana no pay wi anwumre ye de ba besomo message like page no share link no ne di nkomo eche onua I say a solid TV show no a me show a show a show and do ko comment section na waja wo comments our comments session na ebrebe mu a ya bekin kan amo mame nkoma Kwadwo Amankwa Afauzi akwaba Kwadwo Amankwa Afauzi
Shaibula sisi
na mpomoko
nyame adom na oso e
boko
okay
Ghana so boko
oh nyame adom Ghana bibia e boko
okay good
bibia e boko
ya be ko main topic no so na menim omu video bi a wo social media bola man bi e de NPP atade e twe bola ye won ne se o pese o dirty NPP o mbu NPP ade no o de atade atwa is possible e de twe bola ade enum na ama NPP ho eye tan na se ade akora na ka ho na se ade
akora na ade no ye onye serious
onye serious
onye serious tie de na oye ni hwehwe ni mu niema bi a opese oye ne keke you see ye koto aba Ghana ha ye che t-shirt a ye hwe ni pamu ansa na che t-shirt dia momo
dabi
da be na hu se ye che t-shirt wo krom ha ye hwe ni pa ni ansa nti wo no hwan na de t-shirt you see it could be say ebia enye party ni na present t-shirt ne baba aduma obi no obi so wa mia t-shirt no dabi what ni ba bi say party bi say NDC NPP obi si ni t-shirt obi awia the ebeto aba mo kra mo force say be ya nipa be gentade you see one thing I political party especially MPP dey na wo so aye kan say ye koto aba nipa no fi say t-shirt do do obeche no and na be determine vote obenya
okay
ye to aba okroma na MPP be ka che so ma che t-shirt over millions
yeah
eti ekira wo say
man for
say nipa no mpe wasema o magi t-shirt then we hear people sit on radio TV and say obi and no party a ontimi nshadan tutu ana mo so oba party ni rally ase eti the more be hu say rally bi nipa ba peso no na say nipa do party ni say nipa no nim de okeka unim kom mankrofo ko gina obi rally ase asasabo etimi ma obi ko gina obi rally ase you see o pass si akwadum kotenka mu ha na ko se o kwa akoye rally krofo beba omom go mu ba bi da oni ba bi da na ye konkran no ebitimi betran kran asasabo nti obenya nkade bia program ho
okay
shatawale program oye nipa ko bebrebe ko ya ma ye kan ho asem bebre yizi ewum se nipa ko ba ye obebre gu nkran omuni ba bi da enti onya occasion bi te se sa ho no de be engage no na ade ache
odi digital
time na ade ache If you such person now feel say you don't know do party in or buy, you are making a mistake. It is a kwano go who say baller man t-shirt. Na opa no onu mo mo share in the name of whom. Onu mo ma share ye niema basa. You see what charge na wie. The nipa de be de nya wasem because wo wan share t-shirt na amfa many pans on konkwo share be the bubble life. Motive the chair and say nipa no be gina no akoto abade ama. It is hard na akwa na ye no. We gu baller man anim ase. As a baller man no kra no obi nim be bi oto na bako. So intention say bi kro beto abama MPP ade a wo ye nenye even though Obakasa atade no nya purpose no dey serve no but party t-shirt does it have a purpose?
Say the purpose say be party be visible.
Yes.
And this baller man quite be
yes, what the the visibility no he's showing it. But the man problem is akwada dirty atade no meaning say why party ni fin.
Na party no say omoyo.
Na party be fin
Abronye mo.
Enye obi atade all transfers ekoso niema ekoso wo party mu no ene be ma efin ya bem. Ene wa anti asem wan no Dr. Free you.
O say
what unti ni video no nkomo na wadi ni say NPP primaries na omo be kono constituency no they will make sure and I say he is praying say they are doing everything possible say all the acronyms we have person should be official say more than 70% of current executives yes it me retain omo
okay
now for about regional level so they are and there should be changes but the changes no as any pe bi omo den be should be somebody or ba omia blood. That was the statement that Nipa pass here. So such comments, Crawford, dear Tem Crawford shares a video no social media. Hey, dear Tem, these are things that make party dirty. No be a tired watching and begging. This is aqua if you movie. Now maybe pass and a mea. Come up bonnet so. Some men I'm shot at no other catch. Okay, men fan say dear, Michelle MPP atade and I'm sharing this atade. Now me are coming baby na me bar. Do you determine around that animame? No, are you MPP na yodia? You cannot tell me as to what I should use that atade for. Me na maji atade no. The am de be yem fa ho. The owo pa ne say me sha atade no na nkrofo hunu party no. And I'm wearing it. Na ono no mebo. Agwa we hu say MPP da ni wan ko ba chesi ga ne so kwa akwaji. So hu yi.
Yeah.
So it means that the visibility is still there. Yeah, maybe why if you share ni mu ne ma mo ya. The ma here say utimi ye to aba ye bon nkrofo tuo ye pam nkrofo. Em no asante man for presiding members who ejai.
Ojade
MPP. I won't that video no. Oh, me pedi achro.
MPP asa president member.
So me pedi achro am.
Oh, when na me twen di o the base here.
Pon page na me pem fan chro.
Oh, na me twen di o the base here.
Enti niema we num na ye issue a. Say utimi trase na mo ka ho asem na say obi she t-shirt ne. Enti na me ka say we no ntimi mfa so bo no emmo party ni nyina because we na just obi a ono no open friend ma asem ni hwehwe ni mu bi. No share that could you not cotton nsa obekom class akwa diska kra man so boy compare onye na such a person na be gina be na ball ma shirt t-shirt na say na say fa so bi ene so nya ne nsem hu no
okay kwajama kwa weekend yi na ye hu say the late owura ye fe no Andrews Kwame Amankwa aye the late Sammy Gyamfi na ase ayi na kwan ya owura de fa so efri mu de ye nyina ni am say one actress bi kwampo ye holding no because of the sinikun is being linked to na a year no e course no I stand to be corrected so far me hu na year aba ma titu for de aba a year na se e che Sammy Gyamfi de no na ne ebusa se enye Sammy Gyamfi na MPP for a crucified in opposition. Me who the MPP former running mate. Apart from the vice president, almost the top executive of the MPP they were there, the former running mate. And the NDC swap, me who the number 2, the vice president, Her Excellency Professor Jenana, me who Her Excellency Mami Lord na Mahama. And he said, apart from President John Dramani Mahama no ni Ghana me who be mama and a former Ghana ina. Is it because of say one they are into the gold business and now say they want to go into the gold business and now say is it say power dom now where are the NDC full soldiers yes secret ade we man kwase a man for be so say gold board allegedly cash no Sammy Gyamfi akwa splash obato che say e hone de sika because obato be CEO bi nanka na ase wu ya ana we kwa mo se nye Sammy Gyamfi maame ne opa na ase
Lazizi yie na e course no ho de e man ye hu wom de man ye hu wom personalities omo appear we yie na se no and the personalities omo appear we yie na se no e man nye hu bibia say the actor involved na ye Sammy Gyamfi no and na ma de ni you see now I was checking and I know it say like now okay year I can see Ghana has Sammy Gyamfi it doesn't come near.
Okay.
The biggest funeral across Ghana, even when you go to Google in Ghana, omu year of Mampanyina year no 20. Dan so abiam ne ma me year ye no nkranza. That was a year omu classify and said the biggest funeral. The da body no. Ewo play mu. Ewo wie mu say. NS chemist so the so to aso ne ma me. There are so many funerals aba. Utimu say enipa koy. So like what to say obi to say dan so abiam. Ne ma me ne de ni say no. Benifo atichiru koy but we no ho. Say NPP beko, NDC beko, na nkrofo you were not even expecting. And in a situation or at the moment NPP ni NDC tiado angoma so. And now me ye na be different na ye dwene ho aye nhye dan tiase here. And then to the extent say Chief Justice.
Yeah.
Etie ye na say, oh say video bi kura ho my Chief Justice. Na sika che obi won to am azu yi di aman say onko bonsan o. So onko ye de NPP before chase here. Omo share no social media and so omo say Chief Justice here NDC organizer said here NDC forecast say get to the women organizer no just on the lighter note but me no me hunu niam mienu
okay
one is either say na obia person ko showcase ne ho ho nkofo hu say it was an opportunity for them to go and then sell themselves I was a year na say because
who is Sammy Gyamfi
no you see it is not necessarily Sammy Gyamfi nti na ebia obi ho kwa yie no but obi hwe de nkrofo ano mo ba yie na se no eso no so kobi e de ebi kura no a and start free time a omo ye 1 week no and mo obi ada na ho so okay because so hwe 1 week ni bi 1 week no so equal nkrofo by ba hu say yie ni ye kese chen 1 week no e de obi ana person otimi showcase ne hu bia hu so okay then me take advantage I was Sammy Gyamfi ye na because me say say ye no we beba and on so den ho kobo mu bi etu won so obi wo ho a e bi kra ye man invitation do you want to tell me say nkrofo ko ye na say na mo invitation obi ho te ya no so asore on so kobi say e bia Sammy Gyamfi ye na damfo ana say bia wonim ne pen ana so wate se mpanimfo we ko enti say on so kobi e no mu nyina ko ye ba ofa te say NDC mpanimfo ko ye no I am not all that surprised except to say their agencies be any nkrofo bi so ehu omo ho a because I offer to say be a minister no akosa Sammy Gyamfi here I think it is not news because the minister on the ministerial position holding in there no the sweat of Sammy Gyamfi na man never be minister nobody will dispute this thing say when it comes to communication in the NDC and no the boy leading man and the NDC bar them and Sammy Gyamfi was the magic behind the animal and do be no bet me dispute that fact no enti nipa ne trust no hu so okay say Sammy Gyamfi anya yie dia esem kokoja no but the hu so kakra wo mu ne say Sammy Gyamfi yie wanya na dia yie no wanya na si na ewu o nya ne maame na ewu na nya ne papa na ne yiri na ewu ana ne ba na ewu enti dia na beba obi tirim say Sammy Gyamfi ase na so keke na me fa keke ne nka asem because say yete asesi say ye yire e maami wu a e wom say ben ye de but enye bibia ehu bebre te say de me maami ankasa wu te say me maami wu sesi ana sha be bo ma ne say me maami wu a the o a obeka no will be different from some abeka yo say ma say wu enti omo call ni ebisa say e de betri mu ponti no omo de call omo call so omo koton omo keke omo pese nkrofo ko hum ana na omo te say prominent figures be bass ye ntino sa na te de ayenko bi sa nkrofo no de bia e be link omo to the appear stadium no nkrofo no omo de memfa so omo te say nkrofo be ba de
ko bala
and e be ko sa afo no de different but say ubehu say minister way CEO way judge way to the extent say a whole Chief Justice yes IGP nie when nie I was surprised to see a Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana say otie ye na say odu omo kasa esre ekoba Chai,
did he represent the judicial service?
No. So person be represent. I say Chief Justice. Me say one representing the judicial service. Say I represent. Yes, the Supreme Court that go to matter and no there. But you don't represent the judicial service.
He led a delegation to the funeral.
Oh, I think say be on special capacity. IGP so koya. I am not say Nabio na. How come say ye beba na Sammy Gyamfi beba the whole police structure na body ni nyina invitation na IGP na be represent. It is never so. Okono what the individual capacity as IGP and okoye it hono na mankrofo e suspecting them. Until I make say ye de ye hu na ye akese okroma. When you go to internet and Google the biggest funeral in Ghana, this a year doesn't come near. Krofo ye akese okroma pa ye big, but ye hu ni am say krofo ankasa say sa a year we course
but all can dan so abiam and NS chemist dan so abiam a private individual
yes
and NS chemist a private individual dan so abiam ni ade Nick Petroleums next one or afidie kwa scanning man for airport whisker NS chemist or the biggest pharmaceutical industry dealer. Sammy Gyamfi in opposition, could he have mounted this funeral?
A honey nyina ye kekamba ho. You see a year na Sammy Gyamfi ye no. Se nkrofo ka se ebia or the omani sika na ya, even though there's no evidence, but suspicious. Ebe man nkrofo adwene sa na man say Sammy Gyamfi dad na ni enim no. Say you obi say questions is legitimate say. Na Sammy Gyamfi me ye gold boss CEO no. A year ti say go betumi aye.
Na ase ye.
Can we pinpoint say there has been a CEO bia what me aye ye bia ti say da. Every amount point in the say we be the biggest funeral no in that bracket no because said the kind no when we talk of money Sammy Gyamfi can never compare himself to Dan Swabia. He cannot compare himself to the NS chemist no any ebia or mampanyina wu ye no he cannot compare, but there is no CEO obi or Ghana ha emprem mabuna ya be ibreso say obedi CEO eni mfie mienu na obetimi ye yi kenkenche say wo Ghana ha. And obi be catch them say a year no bia say abusuafo ya oboa
aye no abusuani be na wo ginchia
abusuani be
na ginchia
maza why na buy out so obo abusuani be nsa ye tie nsa abode e course wo ayi na sinyina ensa abode e papa e ba e na bia 2 cedi nsa abode na kwa ayi for abusuafo no ensa abode e papa e ba ye nyina no eye Sammy Gyamfi di no mbebo ye e de bo nsa no enti emo bia conclude say aye we de Sammy Gyamfi na ye ayi no so ono na ye ayi ne de a onya sika wo he no otimi ye ya etimi ye chenchire sa. You see politicians they don't learn. Politicians in Trinidad o majimi most of them because gold board out down no enkrofo complain say ye gold kura no ena bia de wasa
so wa ton gold aboka
na say bi kura so wa ko bie gold yi di ama o yiri o baby but obi any evidence it is a memene wa I am not going to do bibia e be sa ma me din asababe. You see nipa mo ba ye ni keke ne de we live in an Akan community and ye say ye e yam faso de mayen. It is say ubenya ye ankrofo be ba de enye news, but when ye be ye ni we ni be environment now people are talking about the deco kura na we ye na say people are talking about the reception e course so people are talking about Thanksgiving service e course so say Sammy Gyamfi ye hwan nko who is Sammy Gyamfi say the ankrofo bondi Sammy Gyamfi who is Sammy Gyamfi to be able to organize this funeral
gangan to
or Sammy Gyamfi can come out and tell us say he knew nothing about or he knows nothing about a year course no I don't know wait
the penny of the late Amankwano man ti say boni din
that you na me say a year na ye no me nimbusiani bia obi pa on fa video bi mra say sense abode e kokọ course ni nyina no ye bo busuani bi din so we na ba that you na nsa na e course no kra no say oba busuani bi kra ba untimi mo
abusuafo edekwa Sammy Gyamfi ayi no omo ye we say mem say refreshment to another TV so and koyamanko is it because of say Sammy Gyamfi ba bi owo no sika e wo ho ena omo ne edidi sika no ana bae anasika wo ho omo mpese omo ko ho e transact business no and omo show up so that omo ko o wa yie ne ba bi so that they can get something from Sammy Gyamfi in terms of contract and because Sammy Gyamfi say TV won sensem.
You also have a point there
omo call no obi ani ho a okoye na say anya botai bi ntino de kontina am ka say even the pia for ni nyina they went there for a purpose ntino mo koye na say no but obi wo ho a necessarily nye say bia okope contract bi de free Sammy Gyamfi e bi sukura no a what is a chief justice beba because behind the scene no niema e course ne nkomo e course no you and I ni eni ho ye hunu ene chief justice be yi na se bi e bi obi kura e opportunity bi no ni chief justice e di ni nkomo bi kwan be no obetumi afa so obetumi hunu what is ne chief justice be ko ye ni bi tie ne ma me nko but o entities ni bia enyumeku akese ni mpanimfu akuku da mo ko ye ne dia ye Ghana na ye wom no ye betumi adwene hunu se no bebre na ho a ombuta omode call ne se ombekọ akopẹ ebia contract bi de free Sammy Gyamfi ho ebia ebidisi ye fancy gold hu dwadie kwan be na obetumi afa so obetumi anya ena ebisu nim se Sammy Gyamfi ba banyini John Dramani Mahama etina mka so obia wo ne tirimu pa o de ko gisi enye obia screening ba ko ne ebisa se wo obu ha onya minor obu ha on dealing in gold but okọ because onim se Sammy Gyamfi ebetumi alenkini to omampanyini ho onim se Sammy Gyamfi betumi alenkini to omampanyini ne hokani ho it will be an in trim pour the but me no the hammer kakra am adwene kakra say Ghana for na toda as it seems that most of us no so do baby as ye nwene ye hwehwe ani mu wo ne ma bebre ho etinam di ka bi say to mo call ho no do they want to tell me say obi okọ obi e invitation na
o ba say ye share the top people mo call ye na sabi the because number 2 vice president
yes
her excellency Professor Jina na her excellency Bam Lord
yes
and now feel so no Sabi Ibrahim Mahama.
Yeah, for them definitely they know. Say
because the no key people know that we didn't see them.
Okay.
It got to point no man hen obi mu kwa no munya ba bi nto mu jeja kwa ho.
Enti de nti ameka se Sammy Gyamfi na yi no ye omra me bu ho akonta nkire ne se sa ankrofo we nyina no ayi o se fe papa ne se amankwa o se friend sen.
Mr. Andrews yeah amankwa.
O be do jam se Andrews abusuafo na ko invite we no mo bae.
Debi.
It's never so. It is Sammy Gyamfi na ka kire ho se na se ewu na de na be ba mu tiri mama o maka so na Sammy Gyamfi ase ewu dia ye e office be na me ko ka kire ho se ma se ewu anka nipa be ba se nipa ma to obia na purpose o de ko obia na botai o de ko ba obi o ko ho bia no apart from few people they say obia ebia Ibrahim Mahama Ibrahim Mahama doesn't need Sammy Gyamfi
name say Sammy Gyamfi Ibrahim Mahama boy no
Sammy Gyamfi mom ne hia Ibrahim Mahama but Ibrahim Mahama doesn't need Sammy Gyamfi but uyi no free ho dia dodo na no mo call ho no I am sure say they went there because they need something they went there to lobby for something they went there so that in the near future you scratch my back I also do same to you
but Ibrahim Mahama so tune gold or da man na gold before gold
when I say the fair say you okoko 2 years gold board no dey come out
yes
but ono no dey because allegedly o Sammy Gyamfi appointment ne ne ma no kra no I think say be kro play role enti ono no me nya sure say Sammy Gyamfi friend say Ibrahim Mahama be ko Sammy Gyamfi office obebo agu ana say bi obeko aka say me Colombia pe bibi o friend kro no kro we suru kan say boss metimi here the opesa me yema obi an metimi here ma enti e bi so a niema akoso because say the kan gold e ba na nsen a engineers and planners 2 year di kan no say gold board no ko ton de ma mo obi ane ne ye adwuma de e den a
ya obesi wa yi
niema to be koso o ti ase e mi business partner enti untimi hwɛ sɛ ebia wanya asɛm anase ebia asɛm ato no enti wo nkɔ na nkonkogya no but the way is display niema wa yi na se no ene niema ye de kyerɛ no wa yi na se no ene ma se na ba talking wo Ghana ha obi aka se enti yemman sika na nkrofo di ni saa na enti se Sammy Gyamfi ni hɔ a enti nka ye wura yi Andrews enti nka na busuafo betima ye se ye court de ka mo ntimi nya even though minima busua no mu de ba se ye nyina krom ha na yete ye nyina Ghana ha na yete ada yi akoso wo krom ha ya o de opa ye nte Sammy Gyamfi party ni mfire ye ni ye se nka ye ni ye bi wa yente Sammy Gyamfi say ye bo tent foforo te se bi fie wura bia na no mampo wuye ne yire ba ko ye na yi nko na ba ko so abusuafo so ye o yi nko opa yente Sammy Gyamfi mfiri ayi no so no ekosi ni tent wo ba bi so ye na yi ka say yi nko bi anko because mo call ye ni nyina how many of them ene ne nim papa no how many of them
obi nim papa no
India when you talk of say be an incident in a see any yare ho 17 and crofo it is because the name Sammy Gyamfi is associated with the name and a ma asem no kra be onim crofo ya bo mu tu okroma onim crofo ba furu dua ate ahwe onim crofo am Roberts kura kwa report mo dem say ku mo okroma ni nyina say sisi okroma
nipa ka say ku
na no ginga su nipa dumienu ewu bo mu wa
and 15 so ewu ayi
imagine
pechi bia wo voter
eti how many of them no mayi no sankrofo be ko say oh omasem no mu si ye na ya rehosem obi anya kwanhia ne nsa obaba akomre na ne nsa te senka ho why ne be ko na yi na say eti ye the name Sammy Gyamfi nti na nkrofo ko ba na wo kan asem bi say politicians say ya hwe yi omde ye be yankwasiafo
okay
omde ye be say grade aso no ye be dwu kwan ye mfaso bi
okay
ayi na se no there was a time and I say incident bi si ho a Jomtuni brother Sammy
okay
e ko Sammy Gyamfi nti o ka onfad o ka kire obi so onfad a special number mfa ma no we no nya say lie o ade no PA live
no cre
I'm telling you it was live camera da so live say for me special number no fa ma no hey there brother Sammy on the koye na tu a on ni didi nkomo dem say e bia no o yes o friend na on fa and o ka kire ni aid o tell me ni papote but he said it camera da so e ma voice ne ba bonte say from a special number no fama no then you ask yourself say NDC for how many of them and what Sammy Gyamfi special number hey wo mo koye adwuma e wo ensuom wo mo ye adwuma e wo jam wo mo ye bo wo mo echi wo mo tum no how many of them can go to the funeral and ask Sammy Gyamfi say give me your special number not knowing say Sammy Gyamfi was special number
wo de ma enipa bi mu
NDC a
full soldiers in
unya bi na full soldier de o ye den in the first place why should you have a special number were you having a special number before you became a gold bond that was special number when you are KNUST that was special number na say yes I they have no problem but now we need ya then na made we benya special number there say utriti say full soldiers ye nim nyansa full soldiers na ya boro ye nim nyansa ntide bia no de be ye adwuma na mo de ye adwuma wi a onafofo e different wo Sammy Gyamfi tina krom ha na bi kobu wo asempa kobu no na wa heza video ni bi ya o so me metra me ye BBC ad zede as ene ya na free wagadugu aba krom ha wonti krom ha na Sammy Gyamfi ne na bi eko ya na Collins o so amankwa akra kan ho Sammy Gyamfi na bi ko pa na sum ho kwan yo mo de na fa so ha any atete no but then no I can tell you say we NDC ni afa ho adwene because Sammy Gyamfi oni NDC for na hwibom
MPP for
oni MPP for na hwibom
because na pokwa de ne kokko
atu na poye no fi say nkwara atu nie you see obi be ye atu atu ye mo ahudo mienu atu speaking volume atu speaking volume
atu ye say awa atu
da bi o obi a nipa omko ndodo na ye Sammy Gyamfi atu ba hwe na po atu no
aso san nsa tapu
na na bi atu no ebe be che say atu ye omutu enye ba akopɛ owie obesa no wagina wa kan sumusem hwan na da sɔre yesusu say na po ene Sammy Gyamfi betimi agina ho akan sumusem
so de ne kokko
de man so no mo ntwi no
kokko dem say ko je 10
billion ka che du ba bi so de che okopa ho che okra ye say onfaja enti no one no wo mo mfa ha no machia ha but na no hwe yie na say enu na say wo ye full soldier na say udi amanyo say machia you need to be very very careful because wo mo a sika ba ombenya bi no wo mo sika na bedi wo ma bi nida even though you say Sammy Gyamfi you good nkofo say okay or they adoye ene niema but bisa say na doye no wo mo abi obeye dia mo
no opposition Sammy Gyamfi nya adoye in opposition Sammy Gyamfi nya adoye so you have doye sisi ya ban sika or they adoye
I'm telling you na say ni sika and out here no da be na ate say agrada eye campaign de ma NDC enso ye tia na ye kokan dollars de ma agrada ye kokan ebinum say yesi na nka sabi wo hu hia ni o kan sika reda sika ni kan sika as a rejected ballot papers no or kan sika say rejected ballot papers and what de ma agrada bisa say NDC ni a oti atonsu agya NDC ni a wote mankramso NDC ni a wote bodi Sammy Gyamfi betime hia wa kan sika gwire say rejected ballot papers na on time out but o kind of command grada it is say ye mabunu na ye ba no we need to learn something from nearma ekos na nyesa de bia no politicians na de be ye nkwasafo ewukroma shaibu
kwajaban kwe ye nhwa ade o yahu a lady bi a friend me now akodi the president Mahama Tem MDP for na mo di president atem ame ye chi omo a kenim se enne no MPP ni NDC ti ado awoma so Sammy Gyamfi na asie yi MPP for anagie yin boss me hu Sammy Awuku a wono so tapo ye na wa tu e tapo ne back Is it say
na Sammy Oku dey massa aka na first no more opposition one test allegedly near Sammy Oku na Sammy Gyamfi eno dey say assembly atete ni okrom ha ankobi ni ehu BBC no mu din from no from ankobi dem zumi hu onko hobi nso ne camera ho Aljazeera da be na o shi Aljazeera do for 10 ya na 20 okumase ya enso ne bone ye koso Somalia nyina no mu twaba e ma akwa nti ankobi ye hu saa na nkrofo ka say that time na friends Sammy Oku loto sika ba
wọ́n Sammy Gyamfi na eche
saa na tie ndi na gold sika so na omo mu di loto sika nyo mo na be di gold sika ti ma na nyo
so is it say the top politicians on person almost set confusion to achitafo no mu no mo dey at top no almost say
and they do it behind the scenes no na omakwakoye eniema a wo dwene ho a wo ntia ase me say Sammy Oku ebe wo nye so obewo owo ayi Sammy Gyamfi special man no but wo branch chairman e ka se wo mampo akiro akwa bi ba say youth organizer 55
yeah
oba kwa te say abo ya bodu tu owura mu no 55 on na ekọ youth organizer akọkun de ama party ni wo ho na wo sorry akọ Sammy Gyamfi wo say me pe special number but Sammy Oku have it Sammy Oku betumi na kodidi one ne betumi aye bibia bomam na ye eti kwase ene ne asem
NPP for nko paade wa ye na say nko paade
enti na make sure says NPP for ye no mo call en ya yonko fa ka ho because obi say Sammy Oku I am telling you say owo stronger you with
relationship with Sammy
Gyamfi ti ano no de okwa
na bi so
na bi so no you see say na bi de one Sammy Gyamfi na started from KNUST Tescom na we wo ten enti omo no de also ma di agro free kwadabrem from if it time almost started last time now I was listening to one of them say almost started by radio so no na your parent and almost you almost akakra sa and the go for almost di agro na bi any JFK na nam on na hwibom and you cannot also tell me say Sammy Gyamfi and na bi on JFK eni ayonkofa because tio the adena kwakwa ne say ayem mabunu kokos na eti o ma for me say na yesi so no ye mabuna ye ba we wo ha me wo ha ye nhwe ne ntimi ntena se de be ya ahokire biremu no se ne se NPP na opposition for 8 years na bi sika besa kodi sika besa why na be he omo enti obia wo MDC ni bia oye ne yonko a ohe ne wo ahokire biremu na friends Sammy Gyamfi se na o ma ba mu da nya fe no wa ba ba na obi sa ne say Land Cruisers are no opposition no use no nya free hen oru afi say the white
communication director
white masa fa asem kono ha da ben na oru afi say there was allegation bu crowd kan mi ho asem say yes say obi ma Sammy Gyamfi Land Cruiser bi e ma no ho asem ba bebre ma ono kra be yi ano so ono no o start year adwuma at the age of a year no pretty restaurant e wo kuma say ma me kenkenke unim da start ton do kono
da bi
ma gengi da be unim da start to do kono
achepa
da be na unso da Land Cruiser
da bi
wa che wura na asibi unim da start to abetie wa chire ha o da Land Cruiser na ere na Sammy Gyamfi be ye restaurant no kuma say na onu timi to Land Cruisers eti eye dan ya wo nkrofo bi e wo party in power no mu a o betumi ahwew se de be ya o betumi survive in opposition ti ade a we no mu ye no me na nyam nwanwa udi amanyo se machiche usua nkrofo no ho o mo nante a eye saa no mo te but eba public amba be paint picture na sif say ebia ntokwa bi wo muntem gidigidi ma no broso but ye kufia obeboa me so meboa because ye dan ya opposition no obetena bi me so metena bi
is it say MPP full soldiers sisia no picture MPP leadership akwa pinti e was Sammy Gyamfi na ase yi ahye na kire full soldiers no omon form ho adwene because sire na MPP before Sammy Gyamfi atu no menji ni yesef MPP full soldier they say ai adenta kumi ya che no fanti comedy ya che no minan ne wanwa no obenya ye ema this top MPP before ebe kompo akwa tapu ni say but the party I need that source of back to power no it's coming from these guys omo abontia omo konkoden no.
You see, it should be crab, but letter me, I don't believe it say no crazy. Who statement be a free Dr. Mahmoud Baomi a letterhead, so but I'm not sure say yeah. Sir letter no because I am
Doubting, yeah.
I'm doubting, say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia demand immediate apology from NPP executive who attended Sammy Gyamfi's in-law over the weekend. Menya sure. My own uncle share to the sense even regional minister cry at the Abetuoni and the other, but I am not sure say Bawumia to go that low as a unisa. But internally there's a problem.
Yes,
there's a problem. Uncle for can want them say about the say na NPP for abandon NDC. Almost say weekend the Ukraine. Now there was NPP. Is it Silvester?
Yes.
One of the teters no. Not on so yama me ye one crime. But the moment me and crime, one so muja hode by it has sparked controversy over NPP. It is true. Forget about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia letter now. Meaning this say no creno. But within NPP, even the top NPP members, squad me who right up or more common near madam say Adiana Abano NPP form fan say ABB name no focus so na omon kan NDC near Bonnie or Mogan wa ben near mana esino
na eniama na esin ebi ni gold boy sika ese Sammy Gyamfi dia alleged ora ko na asie yi na mo ne kwodi ye se
ehọ na se
wa sika mo na kwodi
party for na NPP bi no mo ntia se se adentina na bi Samia Wuku Kodua na Japa Mesa
na Pomo
Collins also amankwa also there any host of others a omu nyina eko ayie ni bi no ede na omu hunu ye with eneya NDC ni MPP omu susu se achechira ekoso no NDC fo ahyeda na omu yesa enipa ba akoso a obo MPP achiye pa ma MPP ko opposition yes Sammy Gyamfi na otamfo watotu a ona ade ko kire se hwa anu se tuduro wa anu a nti omo ntia ase ntia genetics ane mana ne omo calm tensions down say odo omo nya abotre na omo nyi bibia mfefiro ba na no hwan na akwa blame no to be running mate was there it is say hwan na akwa blame no are you going to blame a Japan mesa or no ya to obetia no tini baby ona akwa to akwa blame no ana calling so so amankwa no so akwa election ya to obetia no onya mra hye bedwa ni biem no no na akwa blame no the general secretary na mu ho
the organizer was there.
We know because no organizers. Because no organizers no more than we. Eti why now say say mukwa ko blame no. Eti me who say NPP kasa wo mu say e na we no makwa yi o ma ye say ya. O probi a be blame no dia na mo ko sha say mfiri soro ho. Na mo ba ko blame no so a. Ono so be ka che say politics goes beyond amanyosem. Your friend saying relationship no it goes beyond amanyosem. Enti oni nipa no personal relationship. Ansa na oba bedru baby odu na bi will tell you say oni Sammy Gyamfi na call KNUST to omuni mo dada
oni na call KNUST okwabo no na konyama nkwe so ekoba na say sisi ano topic ya after Monday no ka ebe ba bontin ma Ghana for discussing as sympathize with the new patriotic party was how a man for suspect say Sammy Gyamfi splash gold board money on the funeral of the father-in-law. But you see, can the NPP complain of the court one? You were part of the funeral. So now when you're part of the organizing committee or running mate, former running mate, the party senior administrative body, no, and that the general secretary, no, the organizer, no, top MPP for now. So ODC, someone could this kind of year.
Yeah, they shouldn't say. Se sikadie no ne se omo accuse omo a de ebema MPP be dwane afiri mu kakra ne se they went there as passengers of a year no omo ko pass by keke but the organizers of say a year nankasa no ye be ka se Sammy Gyamfi e na ye the senior organizer a otimi ye but niema na course no any reception na wo mo ye deco no mo born wo ho no eno ne ye bisa se sika or the year and onya the free hin MPP never support on the scan it is capital no gold boss can or the year and the question mark that one the ultimate can say good boss can or the year and I said the basic can or the year but the akosono me ni Sammy Gyamfi and ka but Sammy Gyamfi na am say we share that no so nya na adwen say bia obesua bibia free ni mistakes ho because the see wa agree that issue no he nearly got sacked and Crawford any adwuma oye and even me myself no cry me who said no say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Sake Sammy Gyamfi na say wanye fair to him because na adwuma oye the bi ni sotro oje ye animguase of firm ni of firm no so akoye obi adoye na sa agrada no akoye ni hwehwe animu na asi na aka se wo gina no so na de yi na di a ebe ha adwene but enke firi ho akọ no ese senka ohwe ne hu yie se memene no anka yie we no se ebia amammere bia esa asew meye bia no meye dia ma abusua no na ebia ma distance me ho kakra ma hwe na o matimi aye yie because ade we aba be sisisi ano eno so aba ekwohye market da wa Ghana fo gusu aye penchire mu se Ejandrus ni na busuafo na yere ni na busuafo ene timi mobilize sika na se sika no mko fa free hin bank no mko gi loan se funeral loan aye ko je no bank ni bi ene mko gi de be ye yi ketie we anase ye den na ne e ba ne se na yi nsa abode bia ebe bia no Sammy Gyamfi dim it means say Sammy Gyamfi e play critical role e wo say ye we sim eti onhwe ne hu yie wo saa ne ma no because power ho se be di unsam no wa anya careful one hwa tumi no wa betumi dia akwakoche ana wa betumi gu hu anim ase Sammy Gyamfi is one person NPP for abona to pa
o ma
bona to pa say kwan odo o mo fa so no nyame ncha de na so mo so ba ban mu a o mbe kire na kafia eti wo de ondam ho na so woni agro no nye se nkrofo penasem e na nkrofo yadan yes is good ninim de wo soro na dwene mu do onim nyansa but I don't want to mean sebu so kwa manie mu a esa say gold a chama wuntumi yi ni TV so na no kwantimi sebu no ensama chama wuntumi ka ubowa intimi sebu no edu dabi na se ye de wo kwa na ma bibire ho intimi sebu nti wonya very careful
koja man kwa me ba no ba be busa wo say so the NPP ni NDC no omo ya be kronsan e wo se Ghana for ehwe mu ye because of enema asino if they are in opposition na omo asem kon ba omo asem kon na but I'm going some of the comments in them. We say or say, is it William Kweku Daniel or say, please talk about the base to come to power. Okay, I will see a Magana for who the cost or money, so they can also make an informed decision. Thomas Kodom said the base all the way, power. And Thomas will say, thank you, bro. God bless you. And Rosemary Boateng said, NDC and MPP, they are all the same. Always Royal said, Sammy did not splash money talk about the base, okay? And Emmanuel also say, you people should stop that. Sammy Gyamfi has friends, and when they help what's your issue? You Asantes are too foolish and stupid. You have to learn and stop fooling. Don't they have their personal, okay? Setopoku said, good evening, boss. Anna John Boateng said, the base movement Ghana first. Anna Zanzi was say, have you guys also asked yourself the caliber the disease, or you are just trying everything possible to say he used the state money from the gold board? The base is becoming NPP annex. Kojamankwa.
Yes, sir.
My question and I'm busana say. Say she had MPP in NDC or more the same man because the very thing and name say MPP for be criticize that's how complaining often. Say see ano. They've joined at the crowd. Because say mess and Sammy Gyamfi a course yeah. They've joined the mess. And for that matter, I said there's no hope in them.
Oh yeah, I don't know the BBN who bit me. It is only when they are in opposition and omoye wise but oba ba mo mistake ani nua ye de ne kofi no sha nga ne nka obi ani ho anka oba ba mo be kofi da but how to say mistake away ye o de kofi the same mistake will be repeated enti niema MPP for ye ya Ghana for bo mo chi so omu di o mani sika the way omu si ye enti kroma na honorable sechemen sabo so bitwa 11 kg tane mani ade ni nyina ye niema Ghana for a cassette because at the time I know who him you are no Sani man so Sammy woman says here ne fuel boodlu a liter of petrol 15 cedi 20 pesos. These are issues. GPRG and as a transport operator say omo to fango omo to kesika ebuom. These are issues are esenka Ghana for this was how we hear me who say wetimi organize a year we the amawa said ya.
Abra opposition here very sensitive.
Yeah, sensitive. Ghanaians will complain. You see, some of the messages are now come. We say, "You near them for any man." Chrome had not any adam for. You see, sometimes you can't say we should do critical analysis on the issue. Now you can't want someone to say, "Say, see, I'm a number. Say, see, I know. Call me, you know. Say, me be your position. na se me car no etam se quadruple I don't know man for kasa dia fa ho. It is not because I was not driving before I had a position. But some benya position na fe de utimi se me use infinity plus ya. Wo kra wo tenchen baby say na kwa we no. Die sika no nya no ho sesi a watumi aye akoto sa aka no. Nti kwasi aga na fo bi. Obi enu wo chese Sammy Gyamfi oni adofo. Say nyina e ka se o wo he na dwuma a waye ene niam a waye no. But the kind of display course wo on eye dan ya obi nka so akofa gold board sika but obi be suspect say na nanka oni ho anti nka obetimi aye saade ya na mebo ene say Ibrahim Mahama ene ye we ye ti say ya wo ne ho akoka
there be a businessman
ni sika dada Canada Japan na ye na se ye ene o ye say ye we ya wa no pa fo obetimi akoka say Canada onya sika we because these are people say despite ene o ye na se ye ene o ye say ye we ya wo wa no dey na obetimi dey aka because they have their money.
Yes, man so we the caliber of the disease. Almost say the caliber.
What you say? Enti say
I don't papa no e wan no skani
no until assembly see you know me no maintain that same bia na oye we ya na so ye we
na abusuafo ni deep be kwa na ba sabodem
me pese me nya yi paso for enkrata no say yi paso mpanimfuo ni hwan no na me timi hu nkrofo kro mo wodin mu na no na ebe me yetimi di agina so ahunu but ye hu no kra no question na ye bisa ni asemaika nobody is saying say obi enu a watena aka Sammy Gyamfi akofa gold board sika na dia but question na ye bisa say sebe obatumi mu a ya ma susu display ni ema bi ebe matemamufo na di ya say omoto abade ma wo
Kojaman gold board there no a special sika making money machine so because Kojaman kwa me di ni ye say sabio a minister be and any of the CEOs asking a wuya commitment display sika say anya these numbers
ma say ye nyini aye ba no the enima ni say ka say sika no ani gold
okay
o ta say ye nyini aye ba no say ya na otu okra na bompa ya urade pa na nka me na nka mako to gold what is obi ka say sika so waka je obi so onam sisi ya na nka wakoto sika boto ene so wakofa gold boto de na pop ka so pe gold
yeah
me wa nya physical cash but we know say no valuable more than physical cash and a gold board no one who say acquire to say cocoa board cocoa board for and ama buyers no licenses to buy and omo de toto nti omo nyina ye adwuma anda omo nyina awi omo de nyina ba
na cocoa board for export
yes because sika buyer ne beto kra cocoa board na more sika we company license company yes na wakoto to gold na de aba na ye ready from cocoa ye mpo cocoa board for mpo timi ye nie na gold board ano na nkofo ma nkofo etiem no say gold no it is a physical gold because buyers are na wo krom ha nyina unlike gold if say cocoa ye won crofom to now gold board buy no o ma seize obia say uni hu kwan say oton gold ede ma obia
apart from
gold board for enkwa na betima ton gold dia ma and gold no enye ebia sunsum bio ana hunhum bi ana digit bi it is physical thing I will present it say see a gold tell me fan say anya gold or form say ana shaibu me de bro ye gold board na ye be ton dia ma it is physical cash say nam gold say nam de bro so they see gold every day they be omu gold and a gold no so no sabi na no hona engineers and planners for Ibrahim Mahama company yo to gold omo first gold omu nyaye no omo de call gold board for it is nakam see ya to bibi say na siwo enya gold no boto as adaka na ba kwa ni ganya bro
no ntimi fanye
no ntimi fanye tinkofo nim se go enti na meka Sammy Gyamfi no as so ye careful because anyone hopa ko sike o NPP ba abamu a nim so obi betwa obi se kan ansa na sa position obi age
NPP ba obi adika time sa position
obi betwa obi be ku obi nyame amfa fie a because sa position na ni ho afa na aba and obi a be say menya koda ho de ma wie because this is physical gold and ye akototo physical gold na sabe we no unim ho so be so ye ya be yi and say sika ena ye dia agya se hweso koto we bra ye se bra na obu akonta na ensis we de gold na ye dia aba na de free wuram na aba pure gold ti me fa bag ba ko nam de kosumi de mo a
odumu akonta
yeah no ne suma ayifu operation one no for so monko enko pam galamsey for monko mfa bibia ma de bia no gold ayira wuram de bia ya tu gold wuram ho ba monko mfa gold bia mfa ma nti ho no de
omo shi cham fine
ho no de say wo ye me a now was such position say wo ye calm na utimi deal lemu because nkrofo suspect say nyama wo ho
me da ase abusuafo kwadwo amankwa foxy na wote ne nkamedin e de shaibula sisi osim be ma na gia camera na chi ye be share da foforo